Hello and welcome to Scavland and playing hardball. So this here will be the final little episode where I am presenting my collected thoughts after playing through the demo, this pre-early access, and we are going to look into the game again. So I'm going to present also what I've learned so far. But to summarize what this is about, firstly. So, Scavland is a top-down, isometric, action-packed survival game, that I feel creates a very nice atmosphere. It's really gritty, and the battles I find rather personal. It's pretty cool. Very promising title. So, how do we play it? New game. Let's use this slot here. Do you want to override? Yes. You want to play the tutorial? Yes. So. And it's actually all rather accessible and rather easy to do so. Shit, I'm stuffing. My mouth is like sandpaper. So we've got also something very interesting that you cannot see in many games in that regard. So let's look here at our inventory. Here we can see hunger and thirst is a very, very important thing that can happen. And if you are hungry or thirsty, they are pretty bad. I feel like shit, a medkit might change that. Yeah, only half HP here. You have, depending on your hunger and thirst, you will have disadvantages. Like here, parched, 25 maximum stamina reduction because we are so thirsty. And we are also slightly hungry and therefore have 10% less maximum health. Yeah. So, which is why we need to eat this bread. This bread is hard on the teeth and it tastes like ashy mold. I power through each slice because I know it gives me energy. Eating that. Yeah. And now the mild hunger is gone, and we've got one canteen. And I do like the descriptions of all the items also a lot. So there's some nice writing to be found here. The water around here has a taste. The implication isn't good. I should drink this in small swigs throughout the day, lessen the risk of radiation poisoning. And I feel, so we're drinking this. And then let's use the medkit. Can shake the feeling that I shouldn't use it lightly. Yeah. And I like the survival elements of this game a lot. And the unique thing I was hinting at is this here. So gameplay. So we can decide ourselves how hard it will be. The hunger per second. Yeah. So hunger per 100 seconds. I think that's how I changed it. I think it started with 50 or something. So you can really make this, like an urgent feeling. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Yeah, but you can also make it easier. So I increased this significantly, because I was also reading the dialogues and everything aloud, and that takes way longer, of course. But to change this for yourself in this way, to find the point where you are comfortable with your playing style and maybe also your ambition in the game, the challenges you want to be presented with. I feel that's pretty cool. By the way, what's that? Morata. Have we ever seen that? Spiker, King Spiker. I think those were the plants probably. These plant monsters. Yeah, and you can even increase the amount of money that you get from selling loot, and also how often you get stuff. Yeah, how often you find stuff here, how it spawns. So, and the game principle is you are running around. There is a certain story evolving, and this here is the tutorial. So we can see we are a scavenger, and we have some okay stuff. Ballistic cask on our head and armored rags on our torso, and patched pants on our legs. There's one slot for a gas mask. We have a backpack slot here, and in time you can unlock more space by getting better backpacks. This seems to be quest related. We've got one slot for sidearm, so that's the pistol type. weapon. And this here is a slot for a scanner, which is important for the main storyline. Yeah, and then you can also put items into quick use slots. Yeah, which you can also choose as you like. Yeah, this is how I did it here with quick loading, quick saving, and so on. And I'm playing the game. Press J to open the quest book. Yep, here we are. Then I also like this here. It really looks like we have a gritty old book where we are writing some stuff with a pencil or so. And we know the survivalist writes with a pencil because the pencil can't be flushed away with if it gets wet, right? Although, oh yeah, here, and we find other patched pens, and we want to collect everything that we can carry. Is this? No, it's not better, unfortunately. Okay, but the items, like usable items or the like wearing items, to have them is actually usually a good thing because they're also worth more. So and soon we will see how personal and gritty and dirty and tough the fighting is actually. It's pretty cool. I like it. I really like it a lot. So we can walk around. We can also run. But we can see running is decreasing the stamina. We can find more stuff. Oh, electric wires and $100 worth ammo casings. And it appears there are more wires. Oh, some morphine. That's good. And another medkit. Let's use this morphine. A pre-war drug expertly made by medical scientists for numbing pain, a rare find. Acolytes would love to get a hand on this, but I've heard it's addictive. Let's use it. And the difference is that this one is immediately increasing the health, while the medkit is slowly increasing it. So there could be a danger there, of course, in case you're being shot at or something. There's another loot here. Oh, and here. So there are items that we can find, which we can use to repair our stuff. The rags are at 80, so here, and the yellow, so there are cloth. The color is kind of not relevant. It's more like for world building and the atmosphere and role playing. But these we can use. And I would always recommend to click on this one here by repair, because that's one criticism so far from my side. The game doesn't seem to be able to differentiate. Like if you have several items, for example, or let's do this here. So we've got one weapon, right? So this one here is at 100%. If it were like at 50%, or let's say no, if it were at 80%, yeah, obviously it wouldn't make sense to use this gun cleaning kit, which can increase the gun quality by 33%, as we can read down there, while the hammer increases it by 20. So obviously it would make sense to use the hammer and not this item, which is also way more valuable, as we can see, 6,000 value, while the hammer is only worth 2,500. Yeah, but if you go here and click repair, I'm not certain. It could be that it's just using the first item. Like, I'm not sure if it, searches the inventory or something, like from left to right and from up to down or whatever. But when I played the demo, I wanted to repair one of our cloth items, and it used up a bigger one, for the clothes, a sewing kit, yeah. When a cloth item would have been sufficient, yeah, or would have been the better choice, or maybe it's also using. Maybe there's a thing going that it tries to use an item to get the item that should be repaired to 100% or so. Maybe there was also a thing, I don't know. But I would recommend to use it like this here, repair, and then we can use it here on this one. Confirm, and now this one has 90%. While we don't need to repair our weapon. So there is a tactical knife here. We just found one. But we also have a melee attack. But that doesn't seem to be, as we can see, it also costs stamina, We need to stand still for a moment, and then we are regaining the stamina, so we're catching our breath. I would like if they would implement another slot here for melee weapons or so, because you can find different knives and stuff like that for a melee attack. Yeah, and that's of course quite useful. We don't want to waste ammo. No, you don't want to waste ammo. So let's run over here. So there's something hint. We can mess that up. Oh, and there is something. Oh my god. There are dogs coming. Right click, we can go into aim mode. Are they coming here? So then I feel it's really personal. It's really cool. They are hiding there behind the corner. Okay. And I feel the enemies are also behaving quite smart. But there seems to be more. And we can only look a little bit, yeah, like this, in aiming mode. And as we can see, we cannot, like shooting from the hip is of course less accurate. I think I heard another dog though, but it appears, no, it's not here, okay. There's also no more loot here, no loot containers, then let's go here. Let's stand still. And then... Oh, there's a person. Is it a bandit? Hello there. Oh! Yeah, that's a hostile there. As we can see, so the guys... Oh, dodging. There's the guy. Cannot shoot. Okay, then let's reload. He's hiding there. So they are also quite active. I like it a lot. There's another guy. There. Oh! And some shot from somewhere. So this is how that's the tutorial. That's how the game begins. So, and in principle, there's a roguelike element here. Because if you die, someone will find you eventually and drag you to the hospital, and that's here. And then usually you also you lose some of your gear or something, so you don't want to be shot. So you can also play this literally in hardcore mode. What's this? Alexei note, Rodion, so that's us, our hero here. I had to leave for the cemetery up north, please drop by. The arms dealer down south was looking for you as well. Might give you some gear for the road. Yeah, so, and then, well, and that's the principle. And that's this here, by the way, this started the main quest line. And in our journal, it tells us we need to talk to the arms dealer. So, and, yeah, otherwise the loot system is rather simple. So there are containers. They are actually respawning, so to speak, the items, and you want to carry around as much as possible, and you want to you definitely want to sell as much as possible. Oh yeah, here. So, and yeah, so there's hunger, thirst and radiation going on, and you can also be poisoned. By the way, the cloth items, they are also rather valuable. There's no use to repair the chest patches and this here, because this doesn't give too much stats, but the patched pants here, they're actually not that bad, and that's one tip. It will take a while, I guess, before you get better pants. Yeah, so, and that's the game. Press M to check your map. So, and that's it. Yeah, the map. And it's for the demo, the map was actually rather big, like in comparison with other games. So and we can see our inventory is already filling up. And let's follow this road here. Is there something here? Ah, yeah. This is the guy. There's a drunken guy. So, and then we have more loot containers here. No luck in finding any items. I got lucky there, I guess. Oh yeah, here. Oh, that's a submachine gun. So very nice. And now we've got, by the way, this here as a sidearm, and we can take the submachine gun as the main weapon, although both weapons use up pistol ammo, which is of course not ideal. And we can repair this one now. And we can see if I'm using this, we have the screwdriver here, which is the only item that can repair weapons. So let's repair this one with that. So, and then the stats are also increasing, like the aim accuracy and hip accuracy. And if the durability is very low, so the general condition of an item is very bad, then the stats are of course reduced. So, and we found another yellow cloth, so let's repair our pants some more. And we've got this IFAK, a mixture of many medical items found in the wasteland, all in one package. So that seems to be a good item there if we need to remove bleeding and want to get some health back, but we can't stack that. Okay, that's very sad. Let's put this here. So yeah, so and that's the game concept in principle. We can talk with people. Hey, well, don't you look fucking loaded? Come on, spare some change for this poor beggar. Okay, so yeah, and we can talk with people, learn something about the world. There's another one here, but I wanted to for the tutorial here. I find this guy is quite iconic, isn't he? Like, look at this guy. And then we've got this container here. That's a secure stash. So here we can leave stuff. Yeah, this seems to be... I'm not sure if we are paying rent or something, or maybe he likes us to come back here anyway. And we could actually stash something here. And this would be recommended, of course, to do for certain items, like ammo that we don't need at the moment. So, for example, we have right now 2 weapons that use pistol ammo, so it wouldn't make sense to carry around rifle ammo and the special ammo there, which we use for certain weapons, and also not shotgun ammo. Yeah, this here's rifle, right? Yeah, so we can put that away because we always want to have as much space as possible. Yeah, and in principle, I'm not sure, like we don't need the note, but we could just drag it around. Yeah, and I like to rearrange stuff so I can quickly see what we have, and also like the usable items. So like this here, for example, and rather use this here and then this as a last resort thing. Cigarettes to remove radiation. No one, I don't know how that works, and since when cigarettes actually have any positive aspect on you. But yeah, we can see there are more loot containers here, and we want to collect everything always. Of course, that's not super realistic, you know, that something shows up here, because someone who put it there would be quite mad at us, I guess, if we just stole everything. But I still feel that's actually a fun system. So now we can talk. Hey, there you are. When I heard my favorite vulture had been shot, I was worried sick. Asked Alexei to bring you here soon as you woke up, just to make sure you wouldn't go without a gun after such a tragedy. Oh yeah, Grigory. So it's good that he cares for us, right? So, and here with this guy, especially with this guy and everybody else, we can always ask for jobs. And yeah, so he's got certain things. Got anything else? Yeah, so we could also kill things or collect things. So I never took on a job, you know, to deliver these health items, because they are worth way more than you would get as a payment. So, but like collecting animal parts, or just kill someone, like here, kill 7 worms and kill 7 rabbits, we can do that. I'll help you out. So yeah, and then in our journal, contracts, mutant disposal, here we've got it. Yeah, so, and then to trade, Here we can see that he's got some stuff. He's got a Ushanka for our head. That would be a good investment, but obviously, oh well, we have 10,000 actually. The gas mask is super important because there are a lot of radiated areas. Oh, and he's got this nice old tactical vest, but we would need to really collect stuff for quite a while, as we can see, because this thing costs 45,000, but it's truly a very good investment. And he's got some nice weapons as well. So this Mikhail 47 pristine, so that's something like an AK 47, of course, right? The Nagant and so on. Yeah, so, and that's the thing. And selling, so it appears you, at least I didn't get any jobs where I needed to provide electric wires or metal pipes, yeah, or rebars or anything. So in principle, you can just collect that stuff as long as you have the space to carry it around. Lipstick, a rope, square battery and so on. It's more like these items, yeah, what they are worth. So, and then depending on the difficulty that you choose for yourself, you get more or less money for that. You can sell it and then you get the money. Also the empty bottles here. And I do like this, that you're getting the feeling that you're really scraping by. And that's a nice survival feeling. So, and that's the game. Yeah, and as we just experienced, so I really like the battles. They are really gritty and personal. Let's run around a little bit more. Maybe we find someone to shoot with our new machine pistol here. Oh yeah, by the way, I could have sold the butcher knife. But well, whatever. Let's repair the pan some more. Maybe we find something. And let's run around. Well, bandits are actually, loot-wise, especially worthwhile because they usually have a weapon. Oh, there's a bunny. Oh, the bunny got away. But I like the bunny sound as well. And that's the cool thing. So everything that you find is introduced, so to speak, by some sound. We heard these hellhounds howling. There's another one. Aha, got it. It's probably not worth the shots, but there we've got a mutated rabbit here with several eyes, and it leaves rabbit ear and rabbit meat. There is other stuff that they can leave. Yeah, so that's the game. We run, and here we can see there was some radioactivity here, huh? Yeah, here. You can hear the Geiger counter. And then at some point you are getting cooked. And you have, like with the hunger and thirst, you have the one effect. Usually it reduces your health per second. So that's why you want to do something against it. And you want to carry around these pills here. Yeah. You always want to have some of these pills here. Could even put them here. They're also giving some health back, yeah, and some radiation resistance. So, yeah, and that's all. There. The rats are pretty bad, but we can hear a rabbit somewhere. So, small rat, rat fur, rat tails, and I like the sound. It's like the game really gives a nice feeling, in my opinion, like for the dirtiness and everything. And yeah, we are being cooked here. Let's run around in this zone. I need a rest, just so we see it here. And we can see, like, I'm not sure, like these whitish particles here. I know they're actually not related. They are not related to the radioactivity, but well. So let's just wait here for a moment. Go around the... Oh yeah, here, and there we have it. Too tired, I need a rest. A destroyed... What is it? T70 or something. So, and here we have it. So, we have moderate radiation poisoning. Minus 0.66 health over 1 second, or per second, as long as it persists here. And we can see it, right? So, we want to do something. Let's smoke a cigarette. Which is also a good reason to cough in the first place and use the pills. There. But that was already life-threatening, you know. If we hadn't had some item that would that would actually help with that. So, which is why you want to have actually clothes also that shield you a little bit, like this gas mask, as quickly as possible. Need a break. Oh, there are more rats. Getting that. So, and here we can see we could, in principle, if it's like really, really problematic, we could eat this meat, yeah, or like also the rabbit meat, but then we would get radiation out of it. So that's why I always try not to do that. Yeah, so and that's the game. I really like it. There's another rat. More rats here. Radioactive rats. Let's use one med kit here. Yeah, okay, so it's getting very dangerous here. There's another one. There's another rat up there. Yeah, okay. The rat is coming and... Oh, missed it. Oh, God. There. Because we are out of stamina. And for the melee attack, you need stamina. So we are in trouble because we are totally radiated here. So now we've got harsh, severe radiation poisoning, yeah. So let's take the pill, let's smoke the cigarette, but it's not enough, I guess. So we need to run back. We need to run back and buy something, otherwise we're going to die. Are we making it? Oh God, I think we're not making it. Yarovit farms, but we can use the med kit. I mean, obviously, I'm just doing it like this for the, you know, for the introduction of this game. Too tired, yeah. So running around like this in rags, that's certainly not a good idea. Yeah. So, and that's the game, yeah. I feel that there's a nice world unfolding here. There are also several factions. Several groups, so the guy Alex, oh yeah, here, oh, we've got a sword of Nagant, yeah, take all of that, using another med kit, and now we are here, so we want to go north, we want to follow this road here. I'm cooked. I heard another rabbit there, there's someone here, but we want to find the guy again. There's an old house. Oh, but maybe we get lucky and find something here. Yeah, and I have to say, oh yeah, here there are fresh mushrooms. Let's eat them immediately because they are also reducing radiation. And give a little bit of health. But that's it here, okay. There's this guy. Is he selling something interesting maybe? Hello there. Good sir, I'm just looking at this quickly now. Okay, he's got cigarettes. Well then let's... buy one. I would never think that I would buy cigarettes in my life, but let's buy one or two. Oh God, and things are dangerous, that's for sure. Also nothing here. Aha, more morphine. Okay, let's take that. Using. Here, let's smoke the cigarette to get rid of the radiation. More. Another morphine. We have 2 more medkits. So the medkits are precious, and using them lightly wouldn't be too smart. Ah, there he is. Okay, so, and he's got the general stuff. Oh no, he doesn't have the pills. He also only has cigarettes here, by the way. He's one of the few sources for clean water for this canteen here. Yeah. Okay. So, and that's the game. And I find that it's very promising, and I would like to see more of it. So I was a little bit sad that the demo was already over when I stopped after 11 episodes. But I would hope that there are more items, more monsters, bigger world to explore. Yeah, and more interesting characters. Yeah, so I really feel that this could be a really cool title. Yeah, I mean, I think it is already a really cool title, so to speak, but I would hope that it's going to be a very nice, complete game. Yeah, so thumbs up and fingers crossed for the developers. I hope you found this one informative. If you did, how about you show that by clicking the like button and if you haven't done so yet, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to never ever miss an episode again on Playing Hardball. And yeah, this little Let's Look is at its end now, but if you want to watch more, just click on my channel name, Playing Hardball, and find other playlists. You're heartily invited to share your thoughts everywhere, of course, as always. Comment section is all yours. Also here, what do you think about this? Do you concur? Do you have other opinions? Do you see other aspects that I overlooked? And by the way, I also like the graphics in this sense. So like the atmosphere it creates. It's really cool. Really cool. It's really the end times here. And many games, you know, they despite having the post-apocalyptic thing going, often they don't create such a cool atmosphere, in my opinion, where really everything is literally messed up. Yeah. By the way, later you will find out how it happens that this car is so messed up. But maybe it's also like some scavengers, you know, try to get in here and also someone shot at it and so on. Or like this guy here. Yeah, I mean, he's in this part of a van or something where he's residing. So, pretty cool title. So, many thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.